Smiley shot this shit, ho.
Smiley and Memoriiies Media.
Shout out to Memoriiies never die. Y'all already know.
Shout out to Smiley and Memoriiies Media.
Shout out to my boy Smiley, man. Y'all already know.
We're all doing this Memoriiies Media podcast, and we got a very special guest with us today. He's from Savannah, Georgia. He's a rapper, and he got his singles Go. Everybody, please welcome BL Lucky.
Yeah, that mean they having motion. I'm Mr. Known to fill a spot, that's why my pocket's swollen. My trap always roll, it ain't never closed. If I can't move them in town, then I'm on the road. They call me Mr. Greenlight, I'm always on go. And if you playing with the team, then I work the pole. I'ma swing it like a bat, aim it at your hat. I'll put the homie on the job, hit him with the racks. Even when I'm in the...
BL Lucky. How you doing?
Appreciate that.
So, you from Savannah, right?
Yeah.
So, how was life growing up in Savannah?
You know, I mean, it basically like everywhere else, you know, you got your good times, bad times, poverty areas and stuff like that, you know.
So, how did that make you get into music? First of all, did that have any influence on you getting into music?
Yeah. It did, because it's like, you know, it just gave me a story to tell, really, you know. Yeah. As far as like, you know, the things around me, man, like it just
influencing.
Yeah, exactly. Is there
anybody? Did any artists from Savannah give you any influence on you doing music or anything like that? Or was it just you probably listening to the 94.1 or something like that? And just
that, and really, what it wasn't really a Savannah artist, even though, you know, my big brother, he do music, but it was more of cause my mama used to own a little nightclub with Victor Sean, right there where in the downtown area, basically, and Soulja Slim came and performed. This probably was like
a minute ago.
Yeah. It was a minute ago. It was like it was 2003, really. Yeah. But he had came and performed. It was a lot of artists come through, but that particular artist, he came through, and I'm talking about from the beginning of the club to the end of the club, he stayed, you know, and he gave us, he gave us his first, this was when his CD, I think it was called, years later, a few months after came out, he gave us the hard copies of it, and it's so crazy, man. As soon as he left Savannah, Georgia, and went back, it was like right before Thanksgiving. He ended up passing away. So it's like, for him to be showing all that love and stuff like that, I used to just listen to his music, and I wanted to be like him, you know what I mean? And then, exactly. So I started writing rhymes and stuff, like rapping over his songs, trying to make make songs of my own. So yeah, man. I say that's probably like the main thing that made me want to get into music.
That's what's up, bro. So
yeah.
How you came up with the name BL Lucky?
My first rap name was Lil Deshaun, you know, my real name. Me and my partner Don, he actually put me on his first track, you know, and that was the first time I actually like recorded a song was with him or whatever. But BL Lucky, that came later on down the line, because of the movie Paid in Full. Ace Boogie, that was his childhood nickname. Lucky, you know what I mean? And he like, man, don't call me that. But it's like, you know, me and him got a lot of similarities. That's what people say. So that's how I came up with the Lucky part. And BL, that's you know, BNG is the label, you know, Banging Networking Group or whatever. And so basically the BL stands for Banging Their Lifestyle, you know what I mean? Cause we banging theirs, and it's a lifestyle, yeah. So that where the BL came in that, yeah.
So what's motivating you to keep doing music?
Basically the feedback. I've been getting a lot of good feedback.
In town or out of town?
Yeah, both. A little bit of both, but especially in town, because a lot of people that know me or they'll see me out and like, man, bro, I heard your track such and such, man. You going hard, man. Keep going. So it's like that's my motivation to keep doing music. You know what I mean?
So the city fucking with you?
Yeah. Basically, right now.
Do you feel like you need to leave Savannah to go to like a bigger city like Atlanta to make your music as big as it needs to be to reach its potential?
I wouldn't say for those exact reasons, because I feel like, I could blow here. I feel like I can blow here, but I do need. It's always important to reach, to go out and expand and try to, get a bigger audience or whatever. But I feel like, no matter where I am, I feel like that can be accomplished. You know what I mean? But as far as like safety, I would say, yeah, I'll probably leave Savannah after I get to a certain level, within the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel like once you feel like once you make it, you think for safety reasons it'll be a good reason to leave?
Yeah, of course, man, because it's like I feel like after you reach a certain level, man, you just can't be as accessible as you once were, you know what I mean? Because you never know, man. Jealousy is
It's an evil thing.
Yeah, man. It's a disease, man. It's a disease, man.
Money make it strange to do some funny things.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man. For real.
So, how do you handle people critiquing your music? Like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna take the good opinions. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they just saying like what you probably need to fix or something like that.
I say I take the criticism good, you know what I mean? Like, because I know at the end of the day it's gonna make me better, but at the same time I take the good with the bad, you know what I mean? Like, a compliment weighs the same as a diss to me, you know what I mean? It just it's just how you handle it. Both of them, to me, I use it as fuel to keep going hard, you know what I mean? Because
that makes sense.
So yeah, man.
What's some of the problems that you face being a rapper from now? Well, first of all, we're gonna stay on one track real quick. What's some of the problems that you face? What's some of the problems you're facing now?
As an artist?
Yes.
I wouldn't say problems, but it just, man, the music scene in Savannah is so crazy, like, cause it's like, instead of everybody coming together to to make it a scene in Savannah, everybody just trying to make it out, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel like, we got so many talented artists here, and I feel like if we all get on one accord, man, we could really bring a scene here, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, and put our city on the map instead of everybody branching out, because it's artists that's from Savannah but they left, and they doing their thing, but that really didn't do nothing for the. Yeah, exactly. That ain't really do nothing for the city.
So can somebody? You feel like if you make it, somebody say that you never did nothing for Savannah? You never like what you doing now? They'll feel like you never tried to put Savannah on the map. You think somebody can say that? Or you think the work you don't put in, nobody can even put that in your name together?
Yeah, I mean, but right now in my career, because I'm still early on, you know what I mean. But what I got planned after I get a platform is I want to, a lot of the local artists, to give them a shot. Just put, feature them on a track or two, especially if I already got an audience, because, that's going to make people gravitate towards them, especially if they, they did good on their verse or whatever. That's going to make them look into them and like, man, I wonder who that is. Let me go check them out. And I feel like that is, it's not the main way, but I feel like that's an effective way to get the city on, you know what I mean, by using your platform to put others on, you know what I mean. So it's like, okay, it ain't just him from Savannah, it's this person, that person, you know what I mean. And I feel like doing that will it'll open doors for the city, you know what I mean.
Reaction, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody gonna start doing
exactly.
So what does harvest season mean?
Harvest season is basically like a time in California where they harvest their crops and stuff like that, you know what I mean, like for the dispensaries and stuff like that. But I just took the name and I put it in a street concept, you know what I mean, like, so it just yeah. So
when you was putting that together, when you put that project together, what was the thought process going into it? What message was you trying to send? Basically,
I was just, harvest season is the title, and I end up speaking on harvest season like towards the end of the song, but really the message was basically like, man, and it was another reason why I was by myself in the video, you know what I mean? Like, it was everything in the video was, you know, it was on purpose. Like, the books that I put in there, you know, the what was playing on TV, that was Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike is he basically, like, he preaches prosperity, you know what I mean? Like, and one of his practices, he believes that money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, for real, man. And then I put the chessboard in there. So basically, the message that I was trying to get out was, basically, man, you got to be strategic with everything you do. You know what I mean? Like, you might not necessarily do what I do, but whatever route you're trying to take, you got to be strategic with it. You know what I mean? You got to be a thinker. You know, you got to be a chess player. You got to be a reader. You got to be, you got to be a student of whatever game it is that you indulge in.
So do you view yourself as like a woke rapper or something?
I wouldn't say woke, but I say, well, I mean, that's about the same thing. Yeah, it's like they consider it like conscious rappers, but I say, I don't know, man. I'm just BL lucky, man. For real. I mean, I can't really, I ain't trying to save the world or nothing like that. But I just feel like, man, when you do certain things, man, you just gotta give it your all, man. Like I've been catching some of that damn, what that shit called with Michael Jordan, The Last Dance. Yeah, see, like, that made me respect Michael Jordan even more because of the fact that, man, you couldn't outwork him. It wasn't even all talent. It was his work ethic, you know what I mean? And that's basically what I believe in, like, I might not be as talented as you, like, with the music or whatever, but yeah, you're not gonna work. Very hard for you to exactly. It's the drive, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, being a rapper, how dangerous is it picking that as your career choice?
I feel like, because of the
pull out the different scenes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel about that.
I feel like you just gotta be careful, man. Like, because even with harvest season, I had to get out of my comfort zone to do that video, because I had a lot of money or whatever in the video, and that's not me, you know what I mean? Like, but I know in order for people to hear my message, I gotta show them something, you know what I mean? I can't just be talking that talk.
Showing that you somewhat up there.
Exactly.
And showing that they can come there too.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I feel like with that, and then the Rolexes and the nice cars and things like that breeds jealousy, man. Yeah. Especially, that's why I said I wouldn't recommend you be in your hometown riding around in a Ferrari or Lambo truck or nothing like that, because that's gonna breed a lot of jealousy, man. And even if it ain't nothing personal, it's just, damn, man, he's shining and I'm not, so shit, I'm gonna goddamn take him out.
So your opinion is that, I'm asking because I'm trying to gain knowledge.
Yeah.
You think it's not the brightest idea? Like, when you're out of town, you think you should drive that Audi or whatever. But when you're in town, you don't think you should drive the extravagant cars pulling up to the scene.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't move like that because, like I said, it just ain't smart. The city ain't but so big. But even if you in a bigger city, like, and the people that you grew up with, they know where you be at. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I know he be right here. I know he be right there. And it's like they could pinpoint you too easily. When you out of town, shit, they don't know you from a can of paint, so they don't know nothing about you. The only thing that they can do, if you do have a big platform like your Instagram and stuff like that, and people can see, like,
point you back to Instagram.
Exactly.
Can't really pinpoint you back to a location.
Exactly. So yeah. You just gotta move smart, especially if it's a lot of these artists that saying they street, man. You gotta move like it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You know what I mean?
I'm asking. You think you're saying don't say you from the street, but your mind not.
Yeah, exactly.
Being careful and watching your
surroundings. Exactly. Yeah, because that's common sense in the street world. Like, man, you don't put people in your game room. That's what they call it. You don't put people in your game room, man. You gotta, you just gotta let it be what it is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I and then like the Pop Smoke situation. You know what I mean? Like, they said he put up something of a bag or something. He was trying to flex.
Yeah, I think his address.
Exactly. And it costed his costed him his life. So you got to be real careful with stuff like that, man.
So when pursuing music as a career, do you chase being independent or being signed under a label?
It's just the circumstances, you know what I mean? Like, because what people don't understand is if you're gonna be independent, you gotta have a bag, like, you know. So I feel like if you don't have that bag at the time, it's nothing wrong with signing a deal. Just don't do nothing whereas you have to complete too much to fulfill your contract, you know what I mean, and the money ain't adding up, you know what I mean. But I feel like me myself, I would want to stay independent, but I know it's certain things that you use labels for, you know what I mean, like as far as exposure and stuff like that, man. So I feel like it just depends on your situation.
So when you coming from nothing, do you feel like when a label coming to you with that bad offer, you feel like you just gotta take it because you gotta take what you can get when you coming from a mindset of literally you make music, but you probably make music in your room. Yeah. So a label trying to sign you for making music out your room. Coming from that mindset, do you think would you take what you can get at that time, or do you just wait until the offers get bigger?
Like I said, man, it all depends on the person. But me personally, I wouldn't. That's great that a label is approaching me, you know, and they you know, because basically what they letting me know is I'm worth something, you know what I mean. But me personally, I wouldn't just settle for any old deal, because I know just as well as they want me, other labels probably got an interest in me too, you know what I mean.
So when you do music videos, do you think it's necessary to have weapons and guns in it?
No.
For people to listen to your music, for it to get the views you want and all that.
Me personally, nah, I don't think so, because a lot of the artists that I listen to that do pretty well for themselves, man, they don't have no guns, and that's something that I'm totally against. Like, you will never see a gun in a BL Lucky video. Like, I don't see the point, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, shit, if it ever come to that, shit, it come to that. But I'm not. It's
not like a goal, like you just trying to.
Yeah. Like, I don't see the point of it. Me personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for being an artist, for the people that's not like really in that realm, or they probably trying to get in it, can you let the people know like what must be sacrificed when you trying to chase your dreams? You could be trying to be a cook, whatever. But when you chase, either way, you like the sacrifice the same. What must be sacrificed?
Your time into your craft, because you know, even if you are a good cook, like you say, or basketball player, anything, you can always get better. And I feel like the more time that you put in your craft, the better your results will be, you know. Cause like me for instance, I've been rapping for, I want to say I started rapping on tracks, like actually going to the studio and record since like 2011. You know, here we are in 2020. That's 9 years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm just
people don't even know you started.
Exactly.
You talk about 2-3 years ago.
Exactly. But see, I never was the one to rush and put things out, you know what I mean? I'm a perfectionist, so I wanted to, you know, to learn how to do ad libs, you know, learn how to stay on beat, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
You ever tried to hit a Jeezy ad lib?
Nah, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got a track. It's gonna be on one of my projects that I'm releasing later this year, but it's a real Jeezy inspired track, and you can hear it in it, you know. And I hit, you know, I hit one of them. But yeah, and that's one of my favorite artists. Now that you mention that, and I get compared to him a lot. Yeah.
So what's the for you to try to reach your dreams? What's the importance of having a team around you? Why are you trying to do this?
I feel like a team is very, very important for an artist, because I feel like the best way for you to be the best artist you can be is just focus on being an artist, you know what I mean? Like, and it's so many other things other than just making music that comes with this music business, you know what I mean? It is a business side to it, so I feel like a team is important, you know, like as far as people that want to book you for shows or for features and stuff like that, you shouldn't have to worry about that. You should have somebody taking care of that, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to touring and stuff like that, it's just different things, you know. I feel like everybody has to have a position. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like one artist can do everything by themselves. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it takes away from the craft.
So does money buy happiness?
Just depend on the person. Cause I mean, to me,
does money buy happiness for you?
I feel like it do in a sense because man, when I don't have, well, I ain't gonna say when I don't have any money, but when I don't have no money coming in, man, I'm a whole totally different person. Like my anxiety start kicking in and all type of shit. Like I feel terrible when I don't have no money, like no consistent money rolling in.
Where that come from? Like you feel like you're not doing enough or something? Or
yeah.
It's the money. It's like you ain't seen enough green. Like
yeah. Like it just.
You got enough color back. You see blue, a lot of red, a lot of white, but there ain't enough green.
Exactly. Man. It's like basically, and then not only that, like. I'm at a point in my life, I'm an adult now. I got responsibilities, and I know shit. I can have $1 million, but if ain't nothing coming in, shit, that million gonna cut. Yeah, that million gonna exactly. That million gonna turn into $500,000. Then it's gonna be 100,000. Then it's gonna be 50, and I'm like, damn, like I need to goddamn, like I feel like the amount of money that I'm spending monthly for bills or whatever it may be, or if I want to get fly or whatever, like I gotta be making that same money to replace it, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm not the type to just spend money just to spend it, and not like I believe in having shit organized, man. Cause the last thing you want to do is spend more than you making, and then shit, it's time to pay bills and you tapped out. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So with the music you make, what would you say you make music for?
I say mostly like for hustlers, like in any aspect, not just nobody in the streets, or not no specific type of hustler, but just anybody who trying to better themselves or their situation financially, because the main goal is to become financially free. Financial freedom is the main goal. So I feel like that audience is the ones who I gravitate towards the most. But also, as far as male and females go, I feel like and I do have I got females, like songs for the females and stuff, but it just coming on later projects, you know what I mean? But I feel like if you got the female audience, you got the male audience, you know what I mean? Because and vice versa too, but at the same time, like I feel like when it's time to go perform and the female are like, oh, BL like he performing and all the girls going, all the dudes gonna come, you know what I mean? I feel like
that's how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, you gotta be one of those artists who appeal to the ladies also, man.
That's a move, bro.
Yeah.
So okay, got a little news for you. So there's an artist named Rice Gum, and he put his girlfriend on a contract.
Yeah.
So what he did was he famous, his girlfriend not.
Yeah.
So what he did, he put on a contract, and whatever, like she, when you famous and you date somebody famous and everybody see she about to be famous, he put on a contract so he get like a little percentage of whatever she about to get. What's your opinion on that? Putting your girlfriend on a contract, rather than be, getting a percentage of her money.
Yeah.
You up here. Like she ain't came through the struggle with you. You up here now.
Yeah.
She ain't up there, but when you get up there, she gonna be up there.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
You say she ain't been with me through the struggle?
No, she ain't been with you through the struggle.
Okay.
She just came in the picture.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. That's kind of hard, I don't know. But I feel like, if she was there from the beginning, then I wouldn't do that then. But I don't know, man. See, because I don't know if she with me for the money or not.
No, but
so,
I mean, are you saying you wouldn't take precaution for yourself? What if she only with you for the money?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to that, then yeah, of course, because business is business. Ain't nothing personal. Because at the end of the day, like business and personal don't mix, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if we're gonna do business, we're gonna do business, and of course I'm gonna have to get my cut, whether you my lover, my friend, or whoever, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's where a lot of people mess up at, man. Trying to blur the lines between the two, and you really can't, you know, because business is business at the end of the day. And shit, when it's time to goddamn kick in, you gotta have it, you know. So for real. So yeah, man. I mean, yeah. If it's like that, then yeah, shit, I agree with that. Yeah.
But shoot, thank you for stopping through the podcast. Well,
you already know, man.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at The Real Drum Major, with 2 R's. My Facebook page is currently under construction. I'm trying to get it right, you know, so it could, you know, look like I'm an artist, man. Yeah. Yeah, get all the personal stuff up off there, and, you know. Yeah. But yeah, right now, Instagram, The Real Drum Major with 2 R's. YouTube, you could type in BL Lucky and everything, it'll pop up the videos, the, you know, tracks, all that. So yeah.
Well, shoot, thank you for stopping through the podcast. And
Thank you for having me, man.
This has been a Memoriiies Media podcast. Thank y'all for stopping in.